You know how some cryptocurrencies have little to no correlation to their name. Like, no matter how much you connect the dots, the name and the crypto just does not make any sense. Well, the case is different for StrongBlock, as you can be sure that they are pretty strong. Hello, people of the internet, to today's edition of Crypto Cash Out, where we talk about anything under the crypto space. Always remember that whatever you see and hear in this video is not a piece of financial advice, as we are not professionals. We only seek to bring facts to the table. So please, do additional research after watching this video. Do it after, as you really don't want to miss the video. Alright, now on to the topic at hand. To start, let us have some background check of the blockchain. StrongBlock is a protocol that is designed to help the world's blockchain infrastructure by the means of rewarding and reinforcing it. StrongBlock sees blockchain as the future and wants to make it accessible for anyone who wants to support and be part of it. But the biggest difference of StrongBlock is how they manage their blockchain. Typically, a blockchain decentralization occurs through what we call miners and nodes, wherein both hold a set of transactions. Miners are tasked to record the transactions that are being made on the platform and synchronize them with other miners. Nodes, on the other hand, keep an updated copy of all the transactions that are being made on the blockchain and to give access points for anyone who wants to view these transactions to apply for the blockchain. Both offer great help for the development of a blockchain, but only the miners are rewarded, whereas the nodes are not. This is where StrongBlock reinvents the blockchain meta, as they also reward nodes as they are doing great using their governance token, which is an ERC-20 token. This is done under the StrongBlock Community DeFi protocol. They are also operating in Node as a Service, or NAS for short. This means that there is no hardware present to maintain, as everything is on the cloud. Their NAS is easy to use and enables the non-technical people to launch the blockchain-compliant node and be rewarded for doing so. Before we head on to strong nodes, let us first identify and know more about the basic nodes. Nodes are important to the database of blockchain to keep the network secure by validating all transactions via a consensus mechanism, thus enforcing the rules of the protocol. There are different ways a blockchain can utilize the node, and the potential is endless. In fact, there are different types of nodes that are present out there which have different uses in which the platform can gain off of. The first main type of node we are talking about is the full node, which is a group of nodes that operate independently from each other in order to store all the data of the blockchain. These type of nodes work on their own and do not trust the programming and solutions of other nodes to do their job for them. The crypto that are under the proof of work, or POW algorithms such as Bitcoin node, are supported by full nodes. Under the full node is the master node, which is a special type of adapted full node that cannot add blocks in the blockchain. It is connected to the network with the place deposit and has only one purpose, which is to keep track of the transactions and keep it. The master node supports proof of stake algorithm users such as Dash and Solaris. The next type of node that we are talking about is the lightweight node, which is a group of blockchain nodes that are less autonomous. They are highly dependent on the full nodes, as they are only tasked to store the headers of transaction blocks on the networks. They use a third-party service, which is also the reason why they have low anonymity. Examples of crypto that make use of this are Electrum, Jax, Wallet, and Exodus. Moreover, there is another type of node that does not fit into the criteria, being a lightweight nor a full node. Lightning nodes establish a connection between outside users of the blockchain. By doing so, parties don't have to wait for the transactions to come through before they can interact with each other and lower the load on the blockchain. Another use for them is when someone from the same party wants to make a transaction. The node will look for a path with less intermediaries and low transfer fees in order to reduce the waiting time of the transaction. Now, strong node is a private node which is new and on demand these days. A bunch of these strong nodes is required in order to form a blockchain as a service, or BaaS, which is sort of new in the crypto market. It is said that the BaaS is set to take the market by storm and will experience a massive growth similar to that of IaaS and SaaS. And with how things are going for StrongBlock, it is said that they will test their luck on BaaS. And if you can remember from what we said earlier, that it does not need hardware to provide support for the Ethereum network. In order for you to set up your own StrongBlock node, you first have to buy Ethereum. You need to buy at least 10 Strong tokens. To do that, you have to swap ETH for Strong via Uniswap. It is good to remember to leave behind extra money in your node, as you need to pay for gas fees and fees when you claim your rewards. Once you're done swapping in your ETH for Strong tokens, you can now head onto StrongBlock's website to start creating your own node. Here, you can name it whatever you like, and remember that you still have to pay fees. Experts advise that if you do set up a node, remember to let $500 stay in it so that you won't miss a fee. Now that you have your StrongBlock node, StrongBlock will reward you with about 0.09 Strong with every 24 hours. As simple as that. You just need to make sure that you claim it and pay the gas fees that come with it. What you can do so that the gas fees don't add up too much is that you can claim in batches. This way, you can cash out a lot and pay for less gas fees. Now, the Strong that you own in your crypto wallet, you can go back to Uniswap and exchange it for another cryptocurrency. Afterwards, you can send that to an exchange website and you can sell it to earn fiat currencies. But with the 10 Strong minimum in order to start a Strong node, it would be hard for some people to start up their passive income generator. Good news for you, there are alternatives that you can do which are different but are similar enough for you to get the same feeling. The options you have are yield nodes, staking and rebassing tokens. Or do some dollar cost average to purchase Strong little by little until you can afford the whole thing. Now to everyone's favorite part of the video, price and price predictions. At the time of writing this video, Strong tokens are valued at an impressive $659.86, which is a 6.1% increase from the previous day. However, I would like to make it clear that at the time of writing the video, the trend for the price of Strong is more linear on average than uptrending. With that info, assuming that you started your Strong node today and claim it for a day, that means that you've earned almost $600 thanks to Strong nodes, which is just insane. The market cap of Strong is not a lot for them as they only have $122,984,373 for it with a circulating supply of $186,933. Not much, but you can still earn from their yield farming feature. Strong token had an all-time high of $1,213 and it hit it on October 2021. But that was during an impressive bull run to start the fourth quarter of the year. As you can see from the price I mentioned earlier, it has not been too good for Strong. However, multiple forecasters see the price to go up soon for StrongBlock. Digital Coin predicts that the future for Strong token will be bright as they see it to surpass its all-time high by the year 2025. But don't fret as they see it to steadily rise this year, reaching a year high of around $800. Wallet Investor also sees the same trajectory and sees the price to be way higher. In fact, they see Strong to beat its all-time high in this year, and in 5 years' time, they predict the price to surpass the $4,000 mark. Strong is a good avenue to earn passive income, but remember that your money is still not insured, especially if you don't pay the monthly maintenance that you need to pay. The maintenance is around $15, and if you fail to pay that, you don't get to claim your rewards. You do have the option to pay 3 months in advance, and people still think that it is a scam. A lot of people are still skeptical of the idea of investing in a passive income. To combat this, StrongBlock has partnered with Polygon to ensure the safety of users and already has a plan set up for the future of the platform. Strong is kind of new to the crypto scene, but they are already turning heads because of how much you can earn. They also turn the heads of skeptics who think that this is a waste of time. How about you? Do you think putting the time for Strong nodes is worth it? Well, some people really do think that it is worth the time and effort to do, but the reward system may change over time because of how lawmakers are changing the law for tax rulings. But until then, enjoy your nodes and earn money with it. And when the time does come that they are forced to change the reward system, you can always buy and sell your nodes. That is all for today. Thanks for watching the video and send nodes. Thanks for watching this episode of Crypto Cash Out. If you like the video, you might as well subscribe, right? It's free. Help us a ton and you will get more and more videos from us. It's a win-win situation, I'm telling you. Also, would you be so kind and leave a comment down below if you think Strong nodes is the best thing to ever happen in the crypto space for a chance of a shoutout giveaway. Well then, until next time, have fun cashing out.